Okay, I'm making this video here to really just show you what goes inside my mind as just an online business owner, a person who helps out info sellers and coaches, and how I'm thinking about, not just the next week, but more so the next 2, 3, 5 years when it comes to this entire online info space. I really just wanted to put the camera down, put the cool sunglasses on, and really just ramble about what's on my mind. I don't necessarily have an agenda for this video. I mean, I have some things written down on my phone, just some bullet points, but I'm going to let my mind kind of wander as it does when I'm on meetings with people who are making over hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in this online info space, because oftentimes we'll hop on calls with my buddies and we just start talking. We start talking about people that we see in the market, where the market is heading, where info's heading, things that are a current struggle in each other's businesses. And it's all natural. It all feels really organic. So I thought making a video like this could potentially be beneficial, but we'll see how this video does. The first thing, though, that is on my mind and is actually a bullet point of mine is just where this space is going. It's obvious that coaching is the fucking play on Instagram, on social media. It always has been the play. This is something I've noticed way back in the day when I bought my first course on drop shipping. I noticed how selling info was a better model. And this was when I was in like middle school. Now, of course, I ended up doing well with that product, or that drop shipping product that I initially started. Made $10,000 a month, ended up getting a cease and desist. That's a whole other story to go into, but info has always been the thing. People who started selling info way back then certainly had it a lot easier. And I'm going to go like this, easier, because it still is really easy today. Info is the best model. And by the way, if there's a ton of wind happening, it just is what it is. If you can hear it, my bad, just push through it. But yeah, info is still the easiest thing to sell online. It's the highest leverage thing that you can sell. But that being said, the game has certainly shifted. Views, sales, feels like it's been low across the boards from a lot of people that are coming to me and looking for help. They've said they hopped into this person's program, that person's program. They're doing all the tactics. They're getting less views. They're getting less people, or less qualified people, willing to pay. And it just seems like the market sophistication is at an all-time high. I was taking a look at this graphic the other day. I forget who it was made by, but it was just like a sophistication and market graphic. And on there, the last level of sophistication was your unique mechanism no longer works, and in more advanced strategies, or you needing to pivot to a different offer model is necessary in order to acquire clients. Now, I'm not saying no info, you need to completely switch to a new model. But what I am saying is that different things need to be done. And I'm going to talk about what those things are that you need to lean into in order to make your coaching business, your info product business successful. Most people who understand the unique mechanism route, that still works. We're still kind of in that area where having that unique mechanism will give you that extra edge, make you stand out. It's your gap in the market that will make you succeed. For example, if I'm a dating coach for men, I can't compete with the guy, Coach Kyle, out there online. Coach Kyle has 4 million followers. He has the ultimate authority in the space. Every time he posts a video, everybody's going to purchase from him. He's just built that brand. So talking like him, being like him, trying to acquire his clients is a sure way for you to fail, or just have this entire period where you're just struggling to gain somebody, right? to find your unique mechanism, to find your gap in the market, you need something truly unique, what the name says, a unique mechanism. And an example of this would be, say you're an Asian guy. Now you become the Asian dating coach. All right? The Asian dating coach is always going to get the person, the Asian guy, who wants advice because he's Asian. Like 10 out of 10 times, that person's going to be attracted to the Asian dating coach rather than Coach Kyle. That's your unique way in. And that is still working today, finding that unique mechanism. But it's becoming, I wouldn't say harder. I don't want to use that language. You just really have to pivot. Obviously, getting results is huge. Just selling somebody into a program no longer works. But it also kind of brings me into what I'm thinking about AI and AI infrastructures, which isn't really necessary like AI, like all these people who are selling AI infrastructures. They make it sound like this granular thing, and it's really not. Like the most I've seen AI work for is some light appointment setting, maybe some scripting of ads, but you still always have to edit it. But it can't overtake your entire business. Maybe also adding AI as like, if you have a program, you upload your program to it, and then you could ask that bot about the program. That's also another really good idea, but it's not taking over your entire program. It's just helping people get to their results faster. That's the beautiful thing about AI, and that's what I like about it. But it can't take over your entire program. And we hear this word called AI infrastructure being talked about a lot. And I think there is some validity in that, and incorporating that into your info product. Kind of the major point I'm getting to here, just to make it clear cut, this is not making any sense, is that the way you're going to be selling info is going to change in the next 6 months, without a doubt. And if you do not keep up with that, keep up with the times change, if you yourself do not change in this new way of selling info, you will be left behind. And a part of that is adding AI into the infrastructure and how you deliver your product into your business. Good example of this is, let's say I'm a fitness coach. How can I build out AI systems to help the individuals come into my program to see results much faster, much better? Maybe not faster in the fitness space, but much easier, much better. So they're not lost and confused in the program. They know where they're at all times, and they can get help right away without having to hop on you with a one-on-one call. This might be a AI infrastructure for onboarding, or an AI nutrition tracker specifically designed for your program, your workouts that you give the person, etc. Or even for yourself, helping you operate much more efficiently within the business and coming up with a customized plan for a person coming, who's 60 pounds overweight and they have these particular issues that they have to go through. You plug it into your AI customized fitness plan bot, and it helps you generate that much faster so you can operate much smoother in your business, so you can get your clients much better results. On top of that, the way that also helps you out, like going back to the operational thing, when you're operating smoother, you can create content much better and much faster. Because there's almost two modes you have to go into, at least for myself. I need these days where I'm in mode number one, just being creative, creating content, no calls, no talking to clients. Otherwise, my entire day, like if I have a meeting with a client, my entire day for creating content is just completely thrown off. So not only like AI will help you operate faster in your business, but will also help you produce more content. Now, I'm not saying use AI to produce content. You certainly can get to that point, but just plugging it into ChatGPT, newsflash, is not going to work for you. I've talked to many people in the AI space. People are building out amazing things. Poppy AI, sure, that's cool, but it doesn't work because there's I'm not going to dive into like how AI works because I'm still honestly figuring out myself. I don't feel like it's appropriate for me to start preaching about it or how it works, at least. But with how AI works, it's much more in depth than just plugging it into ChatGPT and then expecting the script to be spit out. There's a thing called fine tuning that you have to do. Still trying to figure out what exactly that is, and I will figure it out in this next week. Been talking to a bunch of people, but it can't necessarily help you out with content creation because content creation is so nuanced. What it can help you out with at the moment, at this point in time, just help your product and produce results much faster. But this also brings me into the next point that I wanted to talk about. Okay, AI is beginning to scare everybody. And I've been getting a lot of questions, at least in my inner circle. By the way, if you want to join, just click the link below. This is the type of stuff I talk about on calls all the time that keep people ahead. But anyway, what I was saying is AI can make you produce much quicker. It can make you operate much faster. But I've been getting a lot of questions saying, you can just look up AI has all the information. Why would anybody invest into coaching? Google has all the information. Reddit has all the information that's already out there. Yet people still invest into coaching. Yes, more information is going to be readily available much quicker with more quicker action plans for people. But that is not why individuals invest into coaching. They don't just invest into the information. Of course, that helps them along the way, and that's why you should use AI to give them better information more quicker. But they're investing into you and your community, your world that you're building, the way you operate. That's the real purpose. Information's information, but people want to get access to information from certain individuals that resonate with them. The way I see the space is going is, yes, implementing AI infrastructure, but the other area where this space is going is now so more selling the community, the culture, the world that you are building, and getting like-minded individuals into your business and attracting people who want to be like you into your business. It's really, really, really going down this community, status, authority, trust game rather than here's the information that you need. Of course, that is going to be hella important and is a huge factor of why people invest into a program. But most of the top info sellers, like the information, I've been in a lot of programs, the information that I acquire from these top info sellers, people who are doing literally like $1 million a month in their info business, it's nothing like necessarily new. Yes, there's some like very, very, very nuanced things that I end up learning, but in reality, it isn't like this mind-blowing thing that completely brought me to the next level. It's more so, the reason why people invest into these big programs or even invest into mine at this point is, yes, the information's good, but it's more so to align themselves with the way I'm thinking, align themselves with the way my community is thinking, the people that are winning inside my community, so that they can then begin to operate at a higher level, which naturally makes them do things that make the business succeed. I'm going to say that again. The reason why people are beginning to invest into coaching today is to invest into the person to get access to that information so that they can align their thoughts, their beliefs with that person who is already successful and begin to implement things naturally into their business that causes them to succeed or into their life that causes them to succeed, right? Like if I'm a fitness coach and fitness is fitness, right? Nothing is really changing. Sure, there might be some unique mechanisms or unique method, eat whatever you want diet or work exercise that helps you lose, 30 pounds instead of going in the gym. Like all that stuff, like there's nothing that new. There's nothing that unique that's coming out. People are the winners actually are leaning more into their personal brand. They're leaning more into attracting people that align with their story, align with their beliefs, align with their perspectives. And when they come into the program, yes, they get access to the workout plan, the program, but they're getting access to the coach who thinks in a certain way, who believes things in a certain way that causes that person to align themselves with them, and they start doing the right things to have a fit body, right? The coach in the program, the expert, naturally thinks in a way that causes them to be successful in their health and their fitness. And that's what people are really like searching for. They're not exactly searching for the information. So that brings me into content. If you want to succeed in content right now, it is not copying other people. I'm going to move here. Previously, we were in this era where all you had to do was find what was winning on social media, what topics, what ideas, what formats were winning, and you took that for yourself and just obviously changed it up a little bit, and then you posted the video just like that winning thing that thing that was just about to be trending. That was the secret sauce the last couple of years when it came to content, getting that exposure. But going back to like the information, right? That's just, finding the winning information, presenting it in a new way to your audience. Once again, with AI, information is so readily available. It's not a game anymore of who can give out the best information or the best topic that's going to be trending that gets people going. It's not about providing information anymore. It's more so about, and we've been hearing this before, about insights and providing more so wise insights, beliefs into your content. So when it comes to actually like a content strategy and what we're even thinking about ourselves is really, really, really showing people into more of like my life, my personal brand, my thoughts about things, my beliefs about certain topics to attract more people who want information specifically from me. Not from AI, not from another competitor, but specifically from me because they themselves resonate with my beliefs, align with my beliefs, align with my personal brand, like me as a person, and that causes them to invest into me to get access to the program, but also get my thoughts, my perspectives on how to help them scale to the next level. That is the sauce there. So you cannot copy anybody today. You cannot copy a topic today. You cannot copy a format today when it comes to social media. You have to be completely unique. And to be completely unique, you need to lean into you. Your story, your thoughts, your beliefs on things, which attracts people to you, and they would want to buy information from you. Whether it's the same information from Joe Schmo that you're selling, they still just want it from you because you did a good job at creating a world, creating an environment, creating a culture, creating a community that people want to invest into. So that's with content. Take that as you will. We're coming up with new pieces with that. But yeah, this is where I'm really like seeing the space going at the moment in coaching. I don't see coaching dying anytime soon. Info products have been around for many, many years. If anything, it's evolving into a better space. But of course, with everything, those who do not adapt will die. So that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Just a couple thoughts on some things. If you want access to me, if you want access to my group, if you want access to what we're doing that works for ourselves to scale your coaching business to 30K, 100K a month, then click that link below. You'll just get on a call with me or one of my sales reps, and we're just going to see if you're a right fit, and we go from there. Alrighty, see you in the next one.